Hello, I'd like to welcome everyone today. I wanted to make some ephemera for a journal that I'm working on, and we use the patterns from, where we're going to make clothes, handmade, in our junk journals, but I've never used the package. And I thought when I was looking at the package that the lovely ladies would just be so beautiful in my journal. So here's some pieces that I actually have already made. And you can see I fussy cut, made some backing with some stamps and some large pieces there. I made some matching tags to go with those using the wrapping paper from the package. Some little tags, layered tags, all from stamps, paper, and the packaging from the pattern. I love this one, Simplicity. I love this one too. So obviously they are not hard to make, but as usual everything here is beginner friendly, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now and use a different pattern that I have. I've already cut out the ladies so it will be faster. And today I'm going to use these ladies here. All of these come from one package. I love her too. And I've also already cut out some of the bits and pieces that we're going to use. So let's move the ladies out of the way. I'm going to use the Strathmore tracing paper to stamp on. I like the way it looks. I've heard some people say they prefer the glossy side. I do not. I prefer the side that's not quite as glossy. I don't know if you can tell. I really don't think there's a big difference. I don't think it really matters. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp some images on here. I am going to use my archival ink for this because I don't know what I'm going to put on top of these images. This is a permanent ink, so you can always stamp your images and add any layers on top and it will not run or bleed. I picked out some stamps that are kind of in the sewing theme of things. Sorry, my husband is cutting grass today. It's spring here in Virginia. ever have to have my images perfect. I prefer them to be a little lighter in areas, a little darker coming off of the page. I even hear people ask in a group that I'm in about stamping and what it is, how to do it. So these are the blocks. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree now. You can order them on Amazon. All scrapbooking, art supply places, carry these. Scrapbook.com. You apply your stamp. You just stick it on the block. They stick right on there. To stamp, ink up the image. Apply your ink. You can see it now. It'll say, you can read the letters, the words. Then you just push down firmly. You don't want to rock it back and forth. Hold it there for just a second. Make sure that it comes through. Your ink, can apply to the paper. If you do it super fast, sometimes you won't get a clear image. It doesn't matter as much on the tracing paper because it kind of sucks up the ink pretty fast. Straight down, hold it there for a second, and straight up. Just like this. Right on there. Little button. Okay. I can tell this one doesn't want to stick to my block, either block that I have. So I am going to take a little bit of double-sided tape. And put it right directly onto my block and put my stamp on there so it doesn't come off when I'm trying to stamp my image. Sorry, that would be Luna. She hears the lawnmower. And she's just as nosy as she can be, and she really wants to be out there cutting grass. So okay, so I stamped all of the images on my tracing paper and I backed it onto some cardstock. And then I stamped some images on this cardstock so we can use that to make some ephemera as well with the pieces I've cut out from the packaging. So let's start with our ladies and where we want to place them. Ooh, I like her on there. And get these glued down and start cutting some of them out. And just play around with your placement and where you think they look good. like all of those there. I really like her. So let's put a little bit of glue on there. You can tell these are old. They're like browning already. I would assume they're 70s patterns. That's what they look like to me by the clothes. Apply a little pressure. Oh, how pretty. They're gonna look so nice in the journal that I'm making. I'm so excited. I haven't seen anyone use the packaging. I mean, I'm sure people have. But I love the packaging almost as much as I love the patterns inside. I will definitely be looking for more of these 70s girls. They are just so cute. And no matter like how much they try to replicate these in a sticker, you know, they just do not look the same. Alright. Love those. So let's get some of our pieces here off of the packaging. I even kept the ones that were folded and tattered. I will use them. $100%. Oh, look at this one. It's for Moo Moo. I love it. Doesn't take a lot of glue to hold these on there, but I just want to make sure, since I'm using them in a journal, that they're going to stay put. I know it's a lot of stamping to kind of cover the images up, but I like the way that looks, where it's kind of covered and you see pieces of the images from the stamp showing through. Now for these, I love the numbers that they have on them as well. Okay. Little cutouts to show how you want to cut the patterns. So you can see it's really not that hard. Not rocket science, guys. I've got the price tag. But you do want to leave enough room to cut them out if they're going to be individual pieces. So you don't want to put them too close together when you're placing them. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so everything is glued down. And I left the pieces to make my little dangles with here so I could show you how I'll do those. I'm going to take some ink and go around the outside edges. I already did those. And then we're going to layer these up. That one. I am using the distress ink for these. Okay. And let's go ahead and do this one. I didn't really care how I cut these. Doesn't matter to me. I applied those with double-sided tape, and it looks like I missed some of the areas for these smaller pieces. So I'll just put a little bit of glue there. Okay, now I'll glue these onto the circle tabs. And again, these are the Tim Holtz Bigs tags, tiny tabs dies. Oh, I've had it forever. I know they don't make them anymore, but you can pick them up on places like Mercari, eBay. Okay. I love that. So cute. Okay, I've already put some holes in those, so now just see how I want to layer them. I have glue all on my fingers. It's not hard at all to make these. It's not much thinking on layering or placement because you have all the stamps in the background, so they look really cute no matter what you do. So they just really are super easy. And these two, and one more. So those are done. And let's finish up these. I'm also going to ink around the edges. If I inked the pieces that I glued on, I either inked them all or none at all. This one I didn't ink at all. Whichever you choose, I think it looks better to just be consistent. To either do all of them or none of them. Okay, so some of these I'm going to leave whole and some I'm going to turn into tags, because I might add some white paper to the back and just use them for journaling cards in my journal. The lovely ladies will probably end up being journaling cards. These will probably be tags. I don't want to spend all day inking these up. I can come back later and do a better job, but just to show you how they look. And I'm not going to do the brown one. I'll come back with the darker ink. Okay, so the ones I want to turn into tags. We'll pop these corners off. Punch. Line it up. As even as I can get it. I still have a hard time with these. Okay. I didn't even get that one in there. So we'll try again. And since I'm so far down now, I'm going to switch to the circle. There we go. Okay, so we have that one as a tag. I think I'm going to do the same for this one. And also use this one there as well. Okay. And we have this one. I'm going to leave square. She's definitely going to stay like that. I think that one is as well. I should have used a smaller one on the other one, so I'm going to do that on this one. Yes. And this one as well. Use this medium-sized one, because they're not really big tags. I think I'm going to leave this one and put some white paper on the back and use it as a journaling card as well. And this one, I'm going to use a little teeny one here. The smallest. And also the smallest on this one. Okay. So let's pick out some ribbon here to match. I've already picked some out to match the colors in their dresses. So when I use these in the journal, I'll use the matching tags to the lady that has the matching dress. Like that. Okay. And these are, once again, the pieces from the $5.50 $5 rugs from Five Below that I cut into little strips. I love to use them in my journals and for my tags. They are different than regular lace. They're almost like the material that scarves are made out of. So they look just so cute. I divided all of my colors so I can just go grab, the greens, the purples, the grays. For whatever project I might be working on, and match it up and cut off the piece I want to use in a little strip and just trim it down if it needs to be trimmed. Okay, so we are almost done with these. What do we got left here? So, this one needs a hole. Okay. Trim that a little. So let's see what we have here. Oops, sorry. This was all from one pack. All right, we have all of those. Our lovely tags. And then we have all of these. And you can also tie a little piece of that ribbon around those if you'd like. That matches the others so it will all coordinate. And I found one more tag that does not have any ribbon. So let's finish this off. And those are all of our handmade ephemera pieces and tags and journaling tags for my vintage themed junk journal. I also had a few pieces left over that I can keep for another project. So this will make one package from the pattern paper will make multiple pieces so much cheaper than purchasing them, and they look so much better. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Once again, they're always going to be beginner friendly. Some people just starting out just have no clue where to start or what to do. So I don't want anyone to think that, we're so far ahead of them that they just can't catch up. So we'll definitely see you again next time, and thanks for joining me.